How's it going, fellas, and welcome to the channel where I kick back, relax and talk NBA 2K22. And today I want to talk about the AI in the Mycareer, because I have to say, fellas, I don't mind the Mycareer. I might be the only one, I'm not sure.
Yes, you are.
But to be honest, I don't mind it this year. There's certain things that need to be patched or completely fixed in the next Mycareer, to be honest. But they finally got things right, fellas, off the court.
At last.
But on the court, this game really does fall behind other career modes, fellas. It really does. In other sport titles are so much better. Like, I'm playing FIFA, cricket, and even NHL at the moment, and I'm loving it. But the experience I'm getting in the Mycareer this year in NBA 2K22 is getting repetitive very, very quickly. I know I'm using one of the worst teams in the game, the Pistons. So maybe it's just a bad team, you know what I mean? Because they are poor. Maybe a better team will make a better experience. But to be honest, fellas, I don't want them making every shot or making the right play every single time. I just want a little bit of help on defense. I want a little bit of help on offense. But when the players can't even make 25% of their shots, they're shooting lower than real life players. Like, they can't even make 25 to 40%. They just shoot brick after brick after brick, and the higher the difficulty it gets, the worse they shoot.
Yeah, damn right!
So the first thing I want to talk about is the AI really lets this mode down. The worst thing about the Mycareer is the difficulty. I don't mind how hard it is, fellas, but what I mean is the AI just turns into absolute crap. The higher I turn up the difficulty, the worse it gets. They just don't make shots. They can't play defense. They don't do anything. Yes, I'm playing with Detroit, fellas, but to be honest, they just don't score the ball unless I'm off the court. It's a joke. Or I set them up with the easiest dunk or layup.
Fact.
My AI literally went 1 from 24 from wide open freeze, fellas. 1 from 24. I don't think they realize how much of a role the AI plays in career mode. Because you're only one player, the AI means everything. And if the AI isn't up to standard, the mode completely crumbles. Just like what we're seeing here, the game becomes really, really annoying. When the AI can't make open shots, it takes the fun out of the game. If I have to score 80 points and 15 assists and we don't even win the game, I'm averaging like 40 or 50 points and I don't even think we're the 8th seed.
Oh, come on!
Without the ability to make players cut to the basket anymore, the AI just seems to stand there. If you're not running a play, they just don't really do anything. It's why I don't really like playing more than 1 or 2 games, because it just gets stale and repetitive and it's just not fun. And when the game isn't fun, it's just not worth playing. When the game was new, I got caught up in the story and the life of the character, but now that has worn off and I've got to rely on the gameplay, it gets very stale very, very quickly.
Fact.
I just want to be able to rely on the defense a little bit, you know what I mean, fellas? If I'm not playing the best, I want to be able to rely on a shooter. I want to be able to hit him in the corner and he greens, instead of just bricking over and over and over again. It's getting ridiculous. They're just completely useless. Maybe it will change when I play with better players, but I don't think it will. To be honest, maybe they'll hit a couple more shots, but just the scripted play calling that they have to run to every single time. There's no freelance basketball. They just do the same thing over and over and over again. I know that programming AI isn't easy, but they've got to do better than this.
Get ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
The next thing I want to talk about is just the shooting from the AI. With the shot feedback on and on higher difficulties, they shoot very late, very, very often, fellas, very often. Like, as I said, it's not slightly early or slightly late, because at least that's a chance of going in. But when they shoot very early, very late, and they just never go in, it really demoralizes you time and time again. Like what I said before, 1 from 24, fellas. Like, how can you rely on that? It's just ridiculous. I'm just automatically disappointed once I see a guy wide open in the corner and I have to pass to him. If I can't score myself and I have to give it to one of my players, they just brick it.
Let it rain! Rain dance! Let it rain! Let it rain!
And then when they get takeover, they're all shooting takeover players, and I just don't get it. I haven't gone into that much detail and checked the stats of each player and what their 3-point rating is, but at the end of the day, I don't really care. I just want to be able to pass it to the player that's wide open in the corner in an NBA game and he makes it. I just want the AI to be realistic in the sliders and make shots the same on all difficulties. But the other things are harder, like blow by success rate can be lower. The less chance of contact dunks can be lower, but open shots should be the same on all difficulties.
Yeah, damn right!
I don't even care if they speed the AI up and make them faster to get round or even make them faster with the ball. I don't care, but an open shot is an open shot. Doesn't matter whether it's Hall of Fame or rookie. They shouldn't just be punished because you're on Hall of Fame. They're still NBA players at the end of the day. And if they can't make open shots, they're fucking useless.
That is such bullshit!
So the last thing I want to talk about is just a few final thoughts, and you can have the best off-the-court story and features and city and whatever you want to call it, all the glitz, glam, and bells and whistles. You know what I mean, fellas, but if the game ain't good, the game ain't good. I do like the story this year. I do like some things that they are doing. They could have done them better, I do admit, but at the end of the day, the story itself was great. The city for the career was great. If you had a go-kart, it got fucking monotonous running through the city over and over again, but at the end of the day, the off-the-court stuff was great. But once you jump on the court, it all falls apart, and at the end of the day, it's a video game and not a movie. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. If you do like these rant, raves, whatever you want to call them, don't forget to leave a like, hit the subscribe button, and comment all your thoughts and opinions when it comes to the AI in NBA 2K22. Is it too hard? Is it too easy? Are you frustrated like me of just your AI just doing absolutely nothing? Leave it all in the comments below. But anyway, guys, I've talked and raved long enough. Leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.